All right, today, this is Tuesday, April 14th lesson. We're going to talk about columns and rows. We talked about that yesterday a little bit on the cake and pizza lesson with fractions. Again, fractions, very important. When you grow up, you'll use them a lot in your life. One of the most important things I think we'll be talking about. We're going to talk about partitioning rectangles today, and yep, just rectangles. All right, so a column. Here's the White House. See the White House? All right, the columns are these little lines going up and down like that. A lot of times you see them on fancier houses or like the White House or museums. Lots of these in New York if you ever make it to New York. All right, so those are columns. They go up and down. Okay, so they are vertical. Rows, here's a classroom. Rows are the arrangement of the seats in a straight line going across. Rows are usually horizontal. All right, so columns and rows. On today's lesson, come on over here, Aspen. On today's lessons, we're going to talk about columns and rows. So we're going to follow these directions. In this one, we want 4 rows. Remember, rows go across. 2 columns. So here's a column, here's a column. So if you want 2 columns, you draw 1 line. So if we had 4 rows, like a row of desks, and 2 columns, here's a column and here's a column on the front of the house, that gives us 8 total blocks inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so then even if I colored it in one piece, which it doesn't ask you to do this, I'm just explaining a little more, that would be 1/8, because you got 1 out of the 8 pieces. If you colored in 4 of the blocks, that can be called 4/8, or you guys might notice that I just did 1/2. Just something for you to think about. All right, so I'm going to show you this one. It wants 3 rows. Remember, rows go across. So if I want 3 rows, that means I'm going to draw 2 lines. So 1, 2. So now we have 1, 2, 3 rows. Now we want 3 columns. Again, if I want 3 columns, I'm going to draw only 2 lines. Columns go up and down. So 1, 2. So how many blocks do we have inside? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have a total of 9 blocks inside. Or we could have skipped count of that, went 3, 6, 9. This will also help you, this lesson will also help you when you're building arrays, when you want to work on multiplication. Some of you are working on that right now. All right, I'm going to give you a little example again. So if I colored in one piece, since we have 1 and then we have 9 blocks, that would be 1/9. If I colored in 3 of them, that would give me 1/3 or 3/9. So 1/3 and 3/9 are the same thing. All right, if we turn this over, again, we're going to look at the partition rectangles below. We're going to fill in the number of rows, columns, and blocks. Okay, this time we're not drawing the lines, we are just going to count them. So rows, remember rows, think of your desk, they're aligned in rows. So we have how many rows? 2. How many columns? Columns go up and down. Think of the White House. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns. Now how many blocks do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's skip count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. Or we see 4 and 4. We can go 4 plus 4 we know is 8. Whatever way you choose, hopefully you get 8. All right, so you guys are going to finish this up. Tuesday's lessons front and back. Take a picture when you're done, send them to your teacher. All right, guys, I'm going to get ready for Wednesday's lesson.